All right, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, I'm going live today for some a little get things set up here. So what we're going to do today, well, actually, we are probably not going to do anything, but in the future, we are going to do a lot. Today, I am announcing that these lives are going to be taking a little bit different direction. If you wanted to debate me in the past about moral issues, the boat has sailed. There may be times in the future where I do some kind of, I don't know, debate content because it's fun, but I am not going to be doing that. This channel is going to be dedicated to something that I don't think exists online. You can tell me if you've seen this before, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going live weekly to help people find their passion and turn it into a business. I'm literally just going to do that online. So there are going to be certain days each week that I'm going to make myself available. I'll mention all this again in case anyone is joining late, but I'm thinking probably starting off with Fridays. It'll be like eventually Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that, just so that there's always a day where somebody can jump on and ask a question. And what I'll do is I will only take callers one time. So if you want to call in and ask a question or work through something, we can have a conversation. I'll help you turn your passion into a business, or I'll help you take the next step. I'm not going to help you do everything, but it'll be a fun way for us to interact and help you and make some probably very enjoyable content. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go over a couple things just to kick this off so that you know how this is going. I am not going to open chat. So if you're chatting with me somewhere, unless you're inside my paid Nexus group, I'm probably not going to see it. Okay. Let's see. So the types of things that I'm going to go over are steps and criteria to actually turn your passion into a business. There's certain steps you can take that make it a lot easier. There's certain requirements that you want to fulfill. I wouldn't actually say requirements, but certain criteria that you want to fulfill that's going to make it more certain that you'll stick with it, that you're more inspired to do it. Um, and there are ways to narrow it down further. Sometimes sometimes your passion is actually impossible to find. I'll just break it to you right now. Sometimes, and what I mean by that, that it's impossible to find is because you have some kind of block. Often for those of us that have spent a lot of time searching for a passion and haven't found it, and maybe you've tried 50 different things that are all aligned with what you seem to love, and you just racking your brain, you can't figure out what you like to do. A lot of times what you love to do is hidden behind something that you're not willing to do, and the thing that you're not willing to do is actually keeping you from finding that. Because anytime you think about actually doing that thing, the fear of overcoming whatever obstacle it is before doing it is more scary than the benefit seems for actually doing the thing. Here's what I mean. Let's say you like to debate, and let's say you're afraid to just get on a live, right? Because you're afraid people will judge you, you're afraid to be seen. Um, so you don't do it because you're afraid to get on the live, right? And so you never debate, you never even go in person, you never go online, you never invite somebody to a private even chat because you don't want to be seen with your opinions. If that is, if that's happening, then that's actually keeping you from doing something you're passionate about, right? So you want to do this thing, but you don't want to go through all the obstacles on the way to doing the thing. So that's a very common way that people can sort of get trapped and sort of never find their passion. So we might talk about personal obstacles on this live. Absolutely. If I'm talking to somebody and I find out, they actually love to do something and they're afraid to go do the steps to do it or become the person that needs to do it, then we'll talk about the roadblock. Um, okay, so I just printed out like a quick outline here. I didn't want to, there isn't too much to go into here because basically what I'm just going to be doing is I'm going to be breaking down different topics. There's not 2 hours of stuff that I can just talk about for no reason. So what I'm going to do is I think we pretty much went over everything. If you're like watching this from start to finish, it's going to be a really short live. I'm going to go over some of the benefits of finding your passion. Maybe you don't know them. I'll just maybe just talk about this first one because it's kind of the main one is um, you're going to spend more time doing it. And that's what all comes down to. It all comes down to spending more time doing it because when you love to do something, you will inevitably spend more time doing that thing than if you don't love doing that thing. You may even spend time doing it and not get paid. So what ends up happening is that, like, let's say it's a sport, let's say it's basketball. The people who love basketball end up practicing way more than the people who do not like basketball. So what you get in the NBA is generally a lot of people who love basketball, like they can't stop doing it. They're addicted to it. And so because they spend so much time doing it, they will be better than all the people who struggle to get to practice every single day. Because if it seems like a job, if it seems like work, it actually takes your energy to get up, get ready, go to the thing, do the thing, do it the next day and the next day and the next day. And eventually you get burned out if you're not really passionate about it. So one of the biggest, I would probably say the biggest benefit of doing something that you actually love to do, of doing something you're actually passionate about, is because you will spend more time on it. Time is our most valuable resource that we have. It's the one thing you can never, ever, ever get back. And so the people who spend their time on something are the most passionate about that thing, generally speaking. Sometimes we convince ourselves like to spend time on stuff that we don't really like doing, but it's because we're passionate about something else. So that'll happen a lot, but we'll really want to narrow down exactly what it is for you. So if you are watching this, oh, my alarm's going off, so I got to go. If you are watching this and you are somebody who wants to find your passion or turn your passion into a business or even overcome some roadblocks on the way to doing the thing that you really love to do and make money at it, I am going to be going live regularly every single week, possibly multiple days, somewhere between Thursday and Sunday. The plan is 5 p.m. PST around that time, and I'm going to start with Fridays. So there'll be a hour, 2 hours where you can actually like call in to me, ask me a question. We might work through some stuff. If you let me know beforehand, that's a lot better. Sometimes these lives might just turn into like, I'm not really sure like what to do or talk about. So I might just like be working and just sit here and wait for somebody to call in. Cause I really want to be available, or maybe we'll end up doing some kind of pre, no, I think it's probably better if I'm just here. Right. So, yeah, they might just turn into like kind of work sessions, but we'll see. If I can think of something entertaining to do for an hour or two for you, then I will definitely do it. But that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to have some time every single week for y'all to call in, ask me questions, for us to have a conversation about turning your passion into an actual business. And I would love to have some conversations with some of you because I know there are people on my Facebook. I know I'm connected to a lot of folks who have passions and want to make them working businesses. So hopefully this is helpful for y'all. Let me know in the comments if you are interested in having a conversation at some point. I will make sure that I'm around at the time that you want to. And if you want support doing something like this, like if you want to have your hand held a little bit more, or you want curated content to actually guide you through the process, go to the link here on the screen, thenexussalon.com, and that will be a community low monthly price. It's not a high ticket thing where you can get all the guidance you need on turning your passion into a business. All right. I hope you enjoyed this introduction. I'm going to go figure out how to fill space while I wait for people to call in next time we go live, because I want to help as many of you as possible turn your passion into business. And I want to be able to benefit a lot of other folks that might be watching. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.